The Book Oracle. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, I want to talk to you about a book that has been changing lives and inspiring people for almost a century. How to Win Friends and Influence People, by Dale Carnegie. If you're looking for a way to improve your communication skills, build stronger relationships, and achieve greater success in your personal and professional life, then this book is for you. First published in 1936, How to Win Friends and Influence People has sold over 30 million copies worldwide and has been translated into more than 30 languages. Its timeless principles have helped generations of readers to become better communicators, leaders, and influencers. In this video, I'm going to give you an overview of the book's key ideas and share some of the lessons that you can apply to your own life. Whether you're a student, a professional, or just someone who wants to improve your relationships with others, this book has something valuable to offer. So, without further ado, let's dive into How to Win Friends and Influence People, by Dale Carnegie. The first part of Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, is titled, Fundamental Techniques in Handling People. This section focuses on practical techniques for improving our interactions with others and resolving conflicts in a positive way. One of the key techniques Carnegie highlights in this section is the importance of avoiding criticism and instead focusing on positive feedback. He suggests that criticism is often ineffective and can cause resentment and defensiveness in others. Instead, we should focus on recognizing and praising others for their strengths and accomplishments. For example, Carnegie tells the story of a supervisor who was having trouble motivating his employees. Instead of criticizing them for their shortcomings, he began to focus on recognizing their strengths and accomplishments. He would praise them for a job well done and offer specific feedback on what they were doing right. As a result, the employees became more motivated and productive, and the supervisor was able to achieve greater success. Another technique Carnegie emphasizes is the importance of showing empathy and understanding in our interactions with others. He suggests that we should put ourselves in others' shoes and try to see things from their perspective. By doing so, we can build stronger connections and avoid unnecessary conflicts. For example, Carnegie tells the story of a woman who was having trouble getting along with her boss. Instead of becoming defensive and confrontational, she tried to see things from his perspective and understand his point of view. She began to communicate more effectively with him and show empathy for his concerns. As a result, they were able to resolve their conflicts and establish a more positive working relationship. Overall, the first part of How to Win Friends and Influence People provides practical advice and techniques for improving our interactions with others and resolving conflicts in a positive way. By avoiding criticism, focusing on positive feedback, and showing empathy and understanding, we can build stronger connections and achieve greater success in our personal and professional lives. The second part of Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, is titled, 6 Ways to Make People Like You. In this section, Carnegie provides practical advice and techniques for building rapport and establishing strong connections with others. One of the techniques Carnegie emphasizes is the importance of showing genuine interest in others. He suggests that we should listen actively to others, ask questions, and show empathy and understanding for their perspectives and experiences. For example, he tells the story of a man who wanted to impress a potential client. Instead of talking about himself, he asked the client about his business and showed a genuine interest in what he had to say. As a result, the client was impressed and they went on to establish a successful business relationship. Another technique Carnegie highlights is the importance of making others feel important and valued. He suggests that we should focus on recognizing others' achievements, interests, and perspectives. For example, he tells the story of how President Theodore Roosevelt would make a point of remembering people's names and showing an interest in their lives. This made people feel important and valued, and helped Roosevelt to establish strong connections with others. Carnegie also emphasizes the importance of finding common ground and establishing shared interests and goals. By focusing on shared values and experiences, we can build stronger connections with others and establish a sense of rapport and mutual understanding. For example, he tells the story of a man who was able to build a strong business relationship with a potential client by finding a shared interest in golf and using that as a basis for their interactions. Overall, the second part of How to Win Friends and Influence People provides practical examples and techniques for building strong connections with others. By showing genuine interest, making others feel important, and finding common ground, we can improve our interpersonal relationships and achieve greater success in our personal and professional lives. The third part of Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, is titled, How to Win People to Your Way of Thinking. This section focuses on practical techniques for persuading others and achieving our goals. One of the key techniques Carnegie highlights in this section is the importance of understanding others' perspectives and finding common ground. He suggests that we should focus on understanding others' needs and desires and finding ways to align our goals with theirs. By doing so, we can build stronger connections and establish a sense of mutual understanding and cooperation. For example, Carnegie tells the story of a man who was having trouble getting a group of people to support his idea. Instead of trying to force his perspective on them, he took the time to listen to their concerns and understand their perspectives. He was able to find common ground and show how his idea could benefit everyone involved. As a result, he was able to persuade them to support his proposal. Another technique Carnegie emphasizes is the importance of using empathy and understanding to diffuse conflicts and find solutions. He suggests that we should avoid arguments and instead focus on finding ways to resolve conflicts in a positive way. For example, Carnegie tells the story of a man who was having trouble getting along with his boss. Instead of becoming confrontational and defensive, he tried to understand his boss's perspective and find ways to address his concerns. By showing empathy and finding solutions that met both their needs, he was able to establish a more positive working relationship. Carnegie also highlights the importance of using emotional appeals and storytelling to persuade others. By appealing to others' emotions and using vivid examples, we can make our arguments more compelling and memorable. For example, Carnegie tells the story of a man who was able to persuade a group of people to support his idea by telling a story that illustrated the benefits of his proposal. By using a compelling and emotional example, he was able to make his argument more persuasive and memorable. Overall, the third part of How to Win Friends and Influence People provides practical techniques for understanding others' perspectives, diffusing conflicts, and persuading others to support our ideas. By focusing on finding common ground, using empathy and understanding, and using emotional appeals and storytelling, we can build stronger connections and achieve greater success in our personal and professional lives. The fourth and final part of Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, is titled, Be a Leader. How to Change People Without Giving Offense or Arousing Resentment. This section focuses on the principles of effective leadership and how to inspire and motivate others to achieve their goals. One of the key principles Carnegie emphasizes in this section is the importance of praising others' achievements and showing appreciation for their efforts. He suggests that effective leaders should focus on recognizing and celebrating the accomplishments of their team members, rather than simply criticizing their faults and weaknesses. For example, Carnegie tells the story of Mary Kay Ash, the founder of Mary Kay Cosmetics, who built a successful business by providing her salespeople with praise and recognition for their efforts. By celebrating their accomplishments and making them feel valued, she was able to motivate and inspire her team to achieve greater success. Another principle Carnegie highlights in this section is the importance of setting clear goals and expectations, and providing guidance and support to help others achieve them. He suggests that effective leaders should focus on helping their team members grow and develop, rather than simply telling them what to do. For example, Carnegie tells the story of a manager who was able to transform a struggling team by providing them with clear goals and expectations, and working with them to develop their skills and abilities. By providing guidance and support, he was able to help them achieve greater success and improve their performance. Carnegie also emphasizes the importance of leading by example, and being willing to admit our own mistakes and shortcomings. He suggests that effective leaders should be humble and willing to learn from others, and should focus on building positive relationships and connections with their team members. For example, Carnegie tells the story of a CEO who was able to turn around a struggling company by focusing on building positive relationships with his team members and being willing to admit his own mistakes. By leading by example and demonstrating his commitment to his team, he was able to inspire and motivate them to achieve greater success. Overall, the fourth part of How to Win Friends and Influence People provides practical principles for effective leadership, including the importance of praising others' accomplishments, setting clear goals and expectations, providing guidance and support, and leading by example. By following these principles and building positive relationships with our team members, we can inspire and motivate them to achieve their goals and achieve greater success. Thanks for watching.